everyone. So today we're going to be making carrot cake. So our first step is I'm going to have to peel a bunch of carrots. And I'm sorry about the rattling cage, that's my puppies. I'm just going to lob off the top and bottom here. I would be happy to do some kind of cutting video. Careful because I grate myself all the time. Let's see. When I get down to the number, I'll just stop. That would be amazing. It actually might be enough. So let's do this. Get the carrot. Okay. So what we need to do is mix. This is half a cup of melted butter, which is equivalent to 1 stick. Make sure you use unsalted butter. Salted butter will make it too salty. Okay. To that we're going to add half a cup of vegetable oil. This is something that I use in a lot of boxed cakes mixes that give it a really nice texture. Gonna mix. Oops. Got a little raisin in my milk. Okay. This is 3/4 of a cup of milk. And to that I'm going to add 1 tablespoon or a little less of white vinegar. The recipe calls for buttermilk, but I don't have buttermilk, and you need that acidity to react with the baking soda. So I'm also going to add 2 eggs. These are extra large. So it's 2 teaspoons of vanilla, which is a lot, but this makes 2 cakes worth of carrot cake. And we're going to add in, this is 1.5 teaspoons cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon ground cloves, 1/2 teaspoon allspice, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. We're just going to mix this all together. Sorry about my puppies, they're whining. They're being very patient, waiting for me to get done with. Now, we have our dry ingredients, which is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, like King Arthur flour. We have 1 cup of granulated sugar. Shh, it's okay. With 3/4 of a cup of packed light brown sugar. And then here we have, there's another raisin. Here we have, I think this is 1/2 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. Just gonna try to mix these sugars up a little bit. Oopsie daisy. Use a bigger bowl, right? I'm gonna go add the sugar in here. Whisk it together. I'm gonna get out the lumps from the brown sugar. Although sometimes a little bit of a lump in a carrot cake is good. Alright, now we're going to add our flour. I'm going to do it a little bit at a time just so I don't make a mess. But you don't have to worry too much about like over mixing. And I have a really nice KitchenAid mixer that I like to use to do the hard work like this for me. But I'm going to do it today just so I don't have any crazy loud sounds. Smells amazingly good. Okay. preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And you want to grease and flour 2 pans. I'm using 2 like 8 or 9 inch circle pans. The recipe calls for loaf pans, which I can't find my loaf pans. I don't know where they went. Probably took them somewhere. But you can also make probably just one big cake as well, and like the type of pan you'd make brownies in. Okay. Just dump in that last bit there. Okay. You can see it's getting quite thick. It's only going to get thicker because we still have to add in the carrots and the nuts and the raisins. I'm usually not a fan of raisins, but I had some in the cabinet, so I'm going to go ahead and try it in here. See, it's nice and gloopy. Yummy. It's super duper thick. Something you could add in here that would make it taste extremely good would be like some orange zest. Would be delicious. I might even add in some orange juice. I forgot to chop my nuts. So I'm going to go ahead and put the carrot into the batter, so I don't have to mess with it getting in the way. I'm going to chop. This is 1 cup of walnuts. You can buy them already chopped. We like to buy them whole because we use them for different things. My boyfriend really likes to make baklava, which is just absolutely amazing, by the way. If you've never tried baklava, go try it right now. But he likes to make baklava, and the whole nuts are okay for that too, because he just grinds them up in our little ninja mixer. I shouldn't say little, it's pretty big, but a very powerful ninja mixer, blender, smoothie maker thingy. So they don't have to all be the same size, but you want them fairly small. You don't want to bite into like a huge chunk of walnut. This is a really nice Santoku knife and pan. If you're needing a new knife, you should check them out. It's a really good alternative to a chef's knife, although America's Test Kitchen says it's a complement to a chef's knife, not an alternative. However, I find it does all the things a chef knife needs to do for me, anyway. Maybe there are people out there that need it for different applications that I don't. Like, you don't really want to use it for like butchering meat or anything, but you probably wouldn't use a chef's knife for that either. Use all of this. This seems like a little too much for me, especially because I'm going to add in some raisins too. So I'll maybe do like 3/4 of this. And then we have 1 cup of raisins. I'm going to chop these a little bit too because they're a little bit large. A little bit more difficult to cut, but it's worth a try. Sorry I'm being so messy. I'm just trying to do this quickly. So my little buddies need to go potty. could coat these in a little bit of flour too if you wanted to try and keep it from not getting too much into the batter. Alright, I'm going to tidy up just a little bit. I hate making messes. That's all I do when I bake. I just make huge, huge messes. Okay. There. This cleaned up. And like I said, I'm going to add just a tiny little bit of orange juice to thin this out a little bit. I find it to be a little bit too thick. I'm going to fold this stuff in. Gloopy noise. Gloop, gloop. Yeah, that orange juice really helped loosen it up a little bit. See? That's what you're doing. Your batter should look like. It's pretty well mixed. Alright. Give it a little taste. Yummy, yummy. I'm going to split it between these two. I actually sprayed these with some Pam baking spray because I'm feeling lazy about the greasing and the flouring business. I usually do that, but just don't feel like it today. I'm always so bad at divvying this out. If I were smart, I would probably like put it in a measuring cup and do it that way, but I'm not smart, so this is how we're doing it. Who needs more? Okay, boys. Spread it out in here a little bit. Do the other one. I think this one's bigger. Maybe not. I don't know. It's okay. I might make a layer cake, actually. I was going to just make two separate ones, but make a pretty layer cake. Now I'm going to put these in the oven, check them after about 30 minutes, and we'll see you later.